everyone, and how are you guys doing today? I hope you are having a really super awesome day today. I'm so excited about today's video, so I'm so glad that you clicked and you are here and you are watching this with me. I really do appreciate it. Today, guys, we are going to be playing with Alexis Vogel's cosmetic brand, Ravishing Cosmetics. We are going to be doing a classic Pamela Smoky eye from the 90s. Alexis has different looks in her book, so we're going to be doing a classic Alexis Vogel tutorial step by step because I have the whole kit, I have all of the stuff. The company actually reached out to me and actually sent me more peelers, so I actually have her lipstick and everything as well. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be sharing all of that with you in this video, as well as what I got in PR, more about the kit, more about the company, all that good stuff. And we're going to be doing a classic smoky eye, so I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. I'm so excited about it. But anyway, if you are ready to see what I come up with and how we turn out with this step-by-step diagram on how to do a Pamela Anderson smoky eye with Alexis, then stick around and let's do it together. Boom, we are back and I'm up in your face. Hello. So I like doing it this way, guys, because sometimes you guys can really see me up a little bit close. So please let me know down below what you think of this, if you like it. I don't know if you guys like it the other way around or not, but anyway, we are doing it this way because I wanted you guys to get a little bit more of a closer up look. But first, let's talk a little bit about this company, about Alexis a little bit, just really quickly. So this company was founded by Alexis Vogel. She is no longer with us. She passed away a couple years ago, but the company is still going strong, and it is PETA friendly, it is vegan, it's cruelty free, so it's a really beautiful line. It is a makeup artistry driven line because it was all based off of her legacy. And so yeah, so I'm really excited. I have all of the tools. I've already done the brow already. So they sent me the color Dirty Blonde. I had Easy Brown already, so I just mixed Dirty Blonde and Easy Brown together on my brow, and I took around with both of. They sent me another Delete concealer. So the concealer is on one side and the powder is on the other side. So they actually sent me another one. So they sent me this one too. So I actually have a lighter one and a medium one. So I mixed them both together, and I used a little bit of the powder to kind of set my lid. I did take a little bit of Lorac mascara, because this mascara is a little similar to, sorry, I'm like working on a desk beside of me because it's not in front of me so I can be closer to you guys. But this mascara is very similar to their mascara. I had their mascara, but it was it got old and it dried out, so I no longer have that. And when they sent me PR, they didn't send me another mascara, but this one is very similar to her mascara, so I'm going to be using this mascara today. I put on just a little bit just to give me a little something on my eyes. And you guys, this is not Ravishing Cosmetics, but if you guys, this Yummy Gloss by CoverGirl, it's just so good. I just love it. It's so juicy. I just love it. So if you've never tried these glosses, these are like $5 or $6. They're super good. So just FYI, just telling you about that one. So anyway, so we are ready to dive into this book now. So Alexis, in this book, there are there's different types of looks in the book. So you can pick it. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, she had like these kits that came in, hold on just a second, let me grab it. Here it is. So it came in these bags like this, and they still make these bags, by the way. The cosmetics are not in it. I have them in boxes today, but this is what it looks like. It comes in just like this, and you can detach these here, and they send you like everything, like a whole kit, from the brushes to the foundation to the powder to the eyeshadows to the lipsticks to lip gloss, everything that you need to create a look. You have everything in it. And the kits, I don't remember how much they run. I can't remember. This video, number one, is not sponsored. I did receive the PR, so I did get PR for free. I don't have a code or anything like that. So if you guys do click on the links down below in my description box, it's just to help out Ravishing Cosmetics. It does not, I have no affiliation code or anything like that, so I don't make any commission or anything like that. I just love the brand that much, and I just really believe in the brand. But this little kit is really cute, so if you're looking for a kind of a kit or for somebody to start as a makeup starter kit, these are really great, and you can make payments and stuff too, so it's really awesome. I just wanted to throw that out there. But the book does give you step-by-step instructions. So what we're going to do is we are going into the Smoky part, because I'm going to show you guys. This is the look that I want to go for today. This is the signature Smoky eye. I'm thinking maybe the lips, everything. We're just thinking about doing the whole look, basically. But it comes step by step in the book, and it shows you exactly how to do it. It actually has this thing called the shadow shaper. So this is what the shadow shaper comes in. It comes in like this, and it's a little cloth, and you hold it up against your eye to create the look that you want. And you can kind of use it as a guide, basically. They did send me 2 of these, or I had one already in my kit, and they sent me another one. So I'm really super excited about that, because these are really cool tools. I mean, are they really super necessary if you're really advanced? Probably not, but it is great, especially if you're a beginner, or if you're a little shy with like certain liner and stuff like that. As you'll see as we do the tutorial, I'm going to try my best to do it exactly the way Alexis wanted it. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to let you guys know that I have on moisturizer and stuff. Alexis's theory is that if you want it to be long wearing, they did send me a primer. This time I did not have the primer. I will be using it a little bit later on in it, but I do have the primer here. So it's the smooth out primer for normal to dry skin. She normally would say moisturize really, really good at night, and don't put moisturizer on in the morning, especially if you want it to wear long wear. And I don't know if that's just because of her foundation, or probably because she was the celebrity artist and she took pictures and she was doing movies and things like that. And so to make the product stay on better, they didn't use a lot of moisturizer underneath. You know, I can't do that because I just can't. I just can't. So I am moisturized. I did moisturize because I'm not planning on doing a great big photo shoot or anything like that. But I will tell you that this foundation does stay on all day. Most of the products stay on really, really well all day, like a good 12-hour day. I don't know why, but it does. It stays on really good. When we get to the foundation, I'll tell you. But yeah, let's get started on the smoky eye part. So this is what we're starting out with. So basically, at the beginning, it says use your pudgy pencil, rim only the bottom lash about a 1/2 inch thick for a soft smudgy look. So it's kind of going in right through here. So I have 3 of the pudgy pencils. I already had the shade Foxy. I already had that one. This one is the shade Phantom, which is one they sent me, but we're going to be using the shade Serenade. So she is a little bit more, she's a little bit more brown. Like they look like this. And so we're going to go in and create that halfway right here. And she'll look half thick right there, kind of about 8 thick, because we're creating a smoky eye, so you want it to be kind of smudgy. Now, normally, Alexis always did her foundation and concealer and all of that stuff before. I want to wait till after, but if you were doing it in a traditional Alexis fashion, you would have already done all that already, but I wanted to do this first. The second step, it says to go in with the Velvet Shadow, and it says to go ahead and kind of go over it with a similar shade in it for more drama, which is what we're going for today. It's all about this drama look. So we're just gonna say these shadows are so pretty. Oh, and by the way, just to give you guys an idea, this is what it looks like. So it looks like this. These are really good shadows, and they stay on really well, and they are more of a matte finish. But this is what we're looking like so far. I'm gonna take a little bit of the pudgy pencil, and we're supposed to go on the top here, and I'm just gonna create like a line kind of. I'm gonna take just a little bit more of that powder, that Velvet Shadow, and we're just gonna go right over it and just kind of really smooth that out. Okay, now with Alexis's Wedge, we're supposed to go backwards and forwards and just kind of blend that out. And I think I'll wait and do this eye I'll do this eye first, and then we'll go back and do the other eye. Kind of blend that down a little bit and make sure we got that nice and smudged and soft underneath. because she believed a lot in wedges. So they actually sell these. So remember, it's like this is a little bit of a damp sponge. So I did dampen this one. So they do enlarge when you use them. But she's all about Q-tips and she's all about a good wedge. So just to throw that out there. But yeah, so far so good. So now we are going to go in with the Retro Cake Liner. They did not send me a new one. So this is mine. You can tell that it's been used and it's been loved. But we're actually going to spray it with water a little bit. We're going to activate it a little bit with a little water in it. And we're going to take my Alexis Vogel brush. This is the angle brush, the one that I used to actually smudge out a little bit. We're going to actually kind of go on here and kind of create a little bit of a line. Okay, so now we are going to take a little bit of our wet dampened here and just gonna smudge that up a little bit. Ready to go back in with another shade. So this is the one we started with. This is the shade Bronzeberry. And it's again, it's such a beautiful color, but we're gonna take this, and they did send me a whole nother set of makeup brushes. So now we're supposed to go in here and work this into the crease. So we're supposed to go in and build this up to the crease. The shaper, we're gonna actually take it where Smoky is. We're gonna go right through here, and we're gonna use a little bit of the shade Smoke It. I'm not very good at this, guys. Here, and we're gonna take it and go in a V motion and really work that in to the crease in here on the outer corner. This is a very, very black matte shade. So I took a little bit of my Alexis Vogel liner. I just wanted to, before we continued on, I wanted to give myself just a little bit more darkness right through here with this brush. So I just wet again in the compact and just went back over again. Because in the picture, it just looked like it was just a little bit more dramatic. So I just went in and just did that. But yeah, it looks really, really pretty so far. So now it is time for a little bit of mascara, a little bit more mascara, and then we are gonna put on a lash, and then I'll be right back. So here we are back. Now see, I did a little half strip. I did Rissa's Day Club. I did a little bit of her lashes. Alexis actually does a little bit of a demi-wispy, so she does a little bit, it's like a kitty corner lash. So she just kind of put it on the outer corner, but I just a little bit more since I don't have as many lashes as the model does, because the model's really flawless. So I just added a little bit more. I just kept that, but we have the smokiness going on. So now that she's done the lashes, we're skipped, we're at past step 7. Now we are at step 8. So now we are going in with the black liner, and it is in a 2-timer pencil. Again, this is the one that I had already. They did not send it to me. So on one side, it has a white eyeliner, so you can go in for like more of a daytime look. And then also this is the black. So we're gonna go in the inner corner here, and we're gonna really smoke that out. Went back in with my wedge, and I just finished cleaning. I gotta tell you guys, the wedge is really, really cool. I just go right in here, and you just kind of clean it up a little bit, and you can just kind of clean out the lines a little bit, and just take it and just kind of blend it down, and it just really softens it. It's just slightly damp, and it's just kind of just goes in, and it really does soften that out a lot, and it does look really pretty. By the way, I just want to say a special shout out to Erin Parsons Makeup. If you guys have never checked her out, she's absolutely amazing. I will leave her video listed down below. She did this tutorial as well. So you can go over and watch her as well. And I will also list ALEXIS'S video. It's a very old video. Actually, I think it's one of the videos that came with the kit originally. But I will leave that down there below too, if you want to actually go on and watch her put on makeup, because she is really quite remarkable. But yeah, I'm really liking this eye. It's super easy. It's like a brown and a black pretty much at this point. But yeah, so far so good. Okay, so that's pretty much is what the book says. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and add a little bit more of Smoke It, because I wanna make her really smoky. And add a little bit more Smoke It here. And then there's no inner corner. Now the model in the picture that I want to copy. In the actual Smoky look, she doesn't give a little bit, but there is a little bit. She's got a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. She's got a little bit of like a highlighter there, and I actually have that highlighter, so we're going to actually use some of that. So with my other Alexis Vogel, I have 2 of these. I'm going to go in with this one. This is what this one looks like. And the name of this shade is called Kaleidoscope. And I'm going to lightly let you guys kind of see what it looks like when you add it. It's just is so pretty. So I'm going to tap just a little bit of my brushing into the Glow Dust powder. And we're going to take just a little bit of underneath the brow bone. And we're going to just softly kind of bounce that underneath my brow. And just kind of go down here and kind of blend that in together. And it's going to give that little bit of a really pretty highlighter there. I also have a white one, I have a pink one, and I have one that's a little bit more goldish too. But I'm gonna, just because I wanted a little bit more of that bronzy look, just gonna kind of smooth that in there. But it does, to me, that just kind of really just made the look really beautiful. Now, according to Alexis, you can keep the line, you can make it look really soft if you want, or you can make it look really more of a harder edge, or however you want to do it. But this is more of a softer, but I'm gonna go back in and add just a little bit more. I just wanna make it just a tad bit more edgy now that we smoothed that down a little bit. And then I'm gonna go off and do the other eye, and we'll be right back to start on foundation. Okay guys, so now we're ready to do some foundation. So what I did was I ended up going in with a little bit more of a thicker lash. I felt like my lashes were not thick enough. So the Rissa's, I should have did one of her thicker lashes instead of the thinner one, because I needed to thicken up just a little bit more. But we added just a little bit more black liner. I went up underneath with just a little bit of the kaleidoscope like I did with the other one, and just intensified it a little bit more. And yeah, so that's where we are. I did take a little bit of the Delete concealer. I mixed a little bit of the medium and the light together and did it underneath. We haven't set it with powder or anything like that yet. So we're gonna go in with the, this is the Toasty Duo, and this is the shade that they sent me in Honey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mix them together. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the primer. I'm going to take a little bit of the primer. We'll do a little bit of the primer on this side, because I just want to see what this primer. So this is the Smooth Out primer that they sent me. So it's a little bit more of a kind of like a bit more of a silky feeling. So I'm going to kind of go in here and just really, so we'll see if it looks like a different with the primer. I forgot all about the primer. You guys, I'm like so crazy. Actually, you know what? And I think I'll just take a little bit right over top of what we just did. My eye keeps watering on this side too, guys. So just, I'm not at my most glamorous today. So, you know, we're just doing the best we can. Hey. You don't need much of this though. I might have put on way too much of that. So it's very smoothing. It definitely got some hydrating element to it. It feels really good actually. It's got a lot of dimethicone. It's got 2 different types of dimethicone. It's only got like 5 or 6 ingredients in it, so it's not bad. And remember again, this is vegan and cruelty free. So, so yeah, I mean, so let's go in a little bit more. Now I'll go back in and add a little bit more of that over top of that. Oh yeah, that's better. With the primer, it just really made it smooth out. With this kind of foundation, guys, is again, she was all about sponges. So, and she was all about the cosmetic wedge. I probably would not recommend using this foundation with a sponge, or I'm sorry, with a brush. Because it's not really made to go with a brush, it's made to go with a sponge. So I would definitely use a wedge with it. The wedges do seem to go better than an actual beauty blender, but I have done it with the beauty blender before and it does work. For some reason, this foundation stays on me all day long. So I don't know why. It's a very, it's got like, I'm gonna take a little bit of all of them and kind of mix them together a little bit, but it's got a very, it's like a creamy, let's show you. Here, I'm gonna show you a little bit more in the back of my hand here. See, it's like, this is the color they sent me. I'm mixing it in with a little bit of the other one too, just to give me the right color. But it goes into the skin. It's not powdery, but it's not super creamy like it looks like in a compact. It looks like it would be like really greasy, but it's not. It's got a very silky kind of feel to it. I love it. I think it's really beautiful and it makes your skin look really pretty. You just have to work it in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of really building it up. It's not one of those that gives like a major full coverage full on. You have to build it up first, but it does a really good job. Now see, I built it up to a really good, about a good medium coverage. So, but it looks really, really smooth and really pretty, and it feels really smooth too. It doesn't feel, again, it doesn't feel really greasy or heavy or anything, and it feels very nice. I'm gonna press out a little bit with my finger and just tap out a little bit of the concealer just to make sure that we got it warmed up underneath. And I actually added a little bit of the foundation. I'm gonna take a little of the powder. The concealer comes with the powder to set the concealer on the other side. So I'm going in the lighter, this is in the shade Disguise. And I'm taking a little bit of her and we're gonna go lightly under and just really blend that, soften that out a lot. But see how it kind of gives like a blurred look to the under eye? It's a really good under eye powder, actually. These are really good. It's just like just trying to find the right, making sure you get the right shade. And by the way, they do have makeup for darker skin tones as well. I don't remember how dark. I do remember when she used to have all the kits. It used to be a tan medium, and then it was like a deep, and then it was like an extra deep. So I think she still has those on the site. I'm not really sure, but I think so. But now we're just gonna go back under here and really blend that out. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the medium pressed powder, and this is in Sandstone. I am gonna take it, usually Alexis does it with a brush, but I'm gonna take a little bit of my puff and my little blenders and just kind of go in and lightly press some of this into the skin. This is a really nice, soft, matte powder. It just like gives a really beautiful finish to the skin. It's very, very soft. It's very, very lightweight. It kind of puts me into mind a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury powder. Reminds me a little bit of it. So it's very, very soft. So guys, we are getting ready to get a storm, so you may hear a little bit of a storm in the background, so just throwing that out there. If you do hear you might hear some thundering and stuff in the background. So I'm gonna take my Alexis. This is my older one. I'm gonna take it because I've got a new one too. They sent me a newer one, but I'm gonna take just a little bit and swirl a little bit on with my brush here. I love her brushes, by the way. Her brushes feel so good and so soft. Okay guys, for just a little bit more brightening, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of my Patrick Star. I just wanna brighten a little bit more right through here and just matte that out a little more. Since we're kind of doing more of a 90s look, I wanna make sure that my skin is just a tad bit more matte and a little bit more flatter. And then again, you know, cause like I had moisturizer and stuff on, and then, you know, with Alexis, she normally didn't like that. And the primer was, as you could tell, it's very hydrating. So you don't, if you use the primer, you definitely want, and there is a primer for dries and normal, and one for normal to oily and one for normal to dry. So there are two different primers, just to let you guys know. But yeah, I just wanted to just smooth this out just a little bit more, just to matte it down a little bit more, just to get rid of some more of the shine. Okay guys, you can see that I'm a little bit of a mess, but now you kind of see what it kind of looks down with the foundation, with a little bit more, just a little bit more matteness now, and with the storm going on in the background. So enjoy the extra spa relaxation as we go along. So I'm going to take a little bit of, this is Bronzette. This is Alexis's bronzer. She actually has 2 or 3 shades in the bronzer. I'm going to take a little bit with just my, this is the Alexis Vogel. This is her blush. I'm going to take a little bit, and we're going to go in here and kind of warm up the skin tone. It's got a little bit more of a yellow undertone as far as the bronzer goes, which I don't mind at all. It just is a really beautiful warmth to the skin. Kind of just go in here. I just wanted to add a little bronzer before we do the lips, and then we'll go back and add blush. So I'm going to add a little bit more down through here. It's a very soft bronzer. It's not, it's a matte. It's definitely more of a matte, but it just, and it does warm up as you go, as you kind of build. So it will start to turn. As you can see, it's starting to get, the color is starting to come through. Look how pretty that is. So beautiful. But yeah, there we go. Okay guys, so the highlighter that I have is an older one. They discontinued this one. This one is meringue, but it was a really beautiful, it's a really beautiful soft highlighter. But I'm actually going to use one of the Glow Dust, and they did send me another. I'm going to use one of the ones that they sent me. This is Constellation, so I'm going to use a little bit of her as a highlighter, and we're going to just take her and place her right here. And a little bit right through there. And they do have like a little bit of like a, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's got like a little bit, you can see some of the glitter. They do have like a little bit of glitter, so you don't want to be, it's like pixie dust, so you do want to be very careful with it. If you don't want a lot, but you know me, I like a lot, so I'm just taking and adding a little bit, but just dusting a little bit off, because a little bit does go a long way. Now, Alexis, typically with this look, you know, there wasn't any highlighter, so they didn't use any. It was very matte, so it's a very matte look, but you know me, I've got to add a little highlighter, because I like a little bit of the sparkle, because I want to, and I can. I take a little bit, I'm gonna take a little bit more, tap off a little bit of my excess right in here. My brush, just a little bit right there, just to get that little more something right there. Put that down just a tad. Ooh, that's so pretty. What do you guys think? That's really beautiful. It looks really pretty. And we'll do blush last. We'll do the, I think I'm gonna do the Tipsy blush last. Typically I would kind of wipe my lips a little bit, but I wanna leave some of the, a little bit of the concealer on it, or a little bit of the makeup, and I'll kind of just blend it in a little bit, because I want it to be a little bit more matte-like. But I'm blending in, because in the picture, her lips are a little bit more pink. So we're gonna do a little bit more pink. Now, Alexis, typically with lips, the way that she would do her full pout lip, which was she would use the They Pout liquid lip stains. And this is the color that I have. So mine is more of a bronzy color. And then there's one other one. There's only 2 of them, I think, unless they've added more, but I think there was only 2 the last time I looked on the site. So I'm gonna skip this part. And because typically what you do is you put the stain and then you smudge your lips together like that, and then it shows you where you need to line your lips. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lip liner Pout, and I think this one may work, but I'm not really sure. Gonna see. Yeah, and what I might do is go around the edges with just a little bit more of a darker one. I'm just gonna kind of make it not really too defined, because I'm gonna define it in a minute, but just to kind of give it a little bit more of a stain. Not that I don't really have a lip stain that's similar to the color, but they sent me this one, and they also sent me, this is LISP. Let me show you guys a little bit right there. So that's LISP. So she's a little bit more of a brownish, and then the other one is called Whisper. And Whisper is a little bit more like that too. So these are a little bit more brownish. This has a little bit more pink to it. I have an older one that I love that I'm gonna use too around the edges. And it is called Smooches, if I can find it. Let's see. This is called Smooch is the name of it. And they still make this one. It is a really beautiful, deeper brown color. I'm just gonna go around the edges and just really, kind of really define that more. So this is what we're looking like. So this is what the lip looks like if you kind of fill it in a little bit more like I did with the Pout, or if you had the lip stain on. This is kind of similar to what it would look like. So what I went around with it was just my delete powder and just kind of smooth around the edges a little bit more. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the, this is the medium one, or the Hideout delete one. I'm gonna take a little bit, because I wanna make this a little lighter in the center. And I take a little bit of the concealer, and I'm just gonna mute that out a little bit. Now, if you really wanted a super matte lip, this would be a really good one to, if you wanted to just stop at this point, you could actually just do the gloss, and I like call it a day. Right there. It's so cute, smooth around the edges there. Okay, so typically I normally don't like to do the mesh the liner together on the top. I know that that's a big thing right now, but typically that's what that's the way that Alexis like to do it, would be with blotch your lips like that. So just for the look today, we're doing that. But typically I like a little bit more of a bow in the center. I don't want mine to connect too much. But it does definitely look more fuller, that's for sure. But overall, I'm loving the way the lips look, and it's really pretty because it's going to be a very nude lip. It's going to be a little bit more pinky. Now, they sent me 3 of the lipsticks. I have Belladonna, which is, she's a little bit more of a muted brown, but they sent me, this one is, this one's Debutante, and she is the one I think we're going to end up using today, but I'm not sure, but I think so. This one is Bardot, and we're going to use her in the next video. I'm actually going to use her in another video, but how it's a beautiful, warm, nude color. And then this one is the shade Barberella. And Barberella is also really, she's a little bit more pink. So I think we're going to use Debutante today. I think that's the color we're going to use. We're really good. So I'm going to take Debutante, and we're going to really kind of mash that in to the lip liner. Kind of go around the edges. Now, I do have Alexis's lip brush. I don't know if I'm going to mess with that today. But you definitely can, it's a great lip brush. And I do recommend a lip brush, but I think that this will do pretty good on its own. Okay, so these are the lip glosses that we have to choose from. And I also, just to throw this out there, this one is one of my favorite ones ever. This one's called Bee Stung. This one I had already, but I'm going to put her up above the top of the others. But I love it because they've got like a little lip brush on the end of them. So when you pull them out, they have like a little brush and you can kind of paint them on. So this one here is the bottom one, and she's the pink one. And this one's called FECTION. This one is called RUMBA, and RUMBA is the middle one right here. And then this one is called Sandcastle, and Sandcastle is right there. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do RUMBA because I think RUMBA would just look really pretty with this look. In the picture that I was doing, it was a little bit more of a paler pink than this one. I'd have to pull out another pink lipstick I think that I have, but I think this is still going to work. It's still going to look like a really pretty peachy look to it. So I don't think it's going to look bad at all. I love their lip glosses. They make the lips look so full. And they make them look really, just give them this really beautiful look. And if you've got a little bit more, I want to say mature lip, but something about her lip glosses are just really like kind of plumping a little bit, but look how pretty. I'm feeling my inner Pamela Anderson, let me tell you, okay? That is really beautiful. Now let's do a little blush that they sent me. It was this shade here. It's called Tipsy. And Tipsy, she's like a pink. It's like a little bit more of a, not an orgasm color. It's got a little more pink in it than orgasm, but it's got that really pretty pinky flush. So I'm going to take my blush brush that they sent. We're going to tap a little bit in here. And we're going to add a little bit to the cheek here to give a really pretty little flush. And it has a little glow to it. So these two, they are a radiant blush, so they do have a radiancy to them. So they're not like matte. I think most of them have more of a radiant to them. So if you like more of a matte blush, you may not like these blushes because they've got a little bit more of that kind of glow to them. But see how pretty that is? It's so pretty. I'm gonna take just a little bit of my L'Oreal Infallible, just take a little bit of it and just spraying just a tad bit. As you've seen, guys, I didn't even spray the whole time, and normally I spray in between. And if I really wanted a good long wear, I probably would do that. But look how pretty and fleshy, and it's just a beautiful overall look. So what do you guys think? I mean, what do you guys think? So let's look at the picture. So I didn't do my lip as pink as her because she did her lips a lot more pinker. I did mine more peachier. But you definitely could do that. But I didn't do too bad. The eyes are pretty good. I mean, of course, the pictures are more intensified. But I'm not mad at it at all, at whatsoever. I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, guys, I think pretty much overall, I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, it looks really pretty. It's a very sultry, but yet it's very soft like. I mean, I did blend it down probably a little bit more than maybe in the 90s. I probably did a little bit more my version of it, but overall, I'm not mad at it at all. I think it looks really pretty. I just think with this look, you do need a little bit more of a bigger lash, and I mean the demi wispies on the end or a little thicker lash. I think that really helps the look a lot more. I probably would have built it up maybe with a little bit more shadow, but you know, in the look, it's only really a pudgy pencil, and the black liner and the two shadows, pretty much that's it, you know, and then building it up. So I think the look overall, I think it's still really beautiful. It's soft and sexy, but it's still very sultry. I love the foundation. I think the foundation's beautiful. I love the blush. I love everything about it. I love the lips. I love the lips. I can't wait to try the pink, and I can't wait to try the Bordeaux, which will be probably in another one. But I really love the way it looks overall. So you guys will have to let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Have you ever tried this brand? Have you tried Ravishing Cosmetics? Have you used Alexis Vogel's cosmetics in the past? You know, you will have to let me know down below. You know, so yeah, so I am super, super excited that I got this, and I can't thank Ravishing Cosmetics enough for sending me PR, because I really do appreciate it. It's, you know, because Alexis Vogel was just such a big, you know, someone that I looked up to, and I really do appreciate her and everything. So I was just super excited and very honored to get PR. But yeah, with that said, guys, this is it. You know, please let me know what you think of this look down below. You know, make sure to give a thumbs up if you did like this video. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I got something in my eye. If you didn't like this video, I'm sorry. You know, nothing I could do about that. But, you know, make sure that you subscribe if you haven't, because we would love for you to join our little family here. And, you know, take care, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember to tell somebody that you love them today, because life is way too short. Remember also to be kind to somebody, because kindness can go off a long way. And we will see you again in the next episode. Take care. Peace out. Mwah. Love y'all. Bye.